2023 SFL season is about to start. This Friday, we have the Jets playing the Bills. It will be played right here in the stadium, but in case you're new to the SFL, let's go over how it works. 32 teams in Minecraft will all be competing in a tournament for the Bad Tunes Moneyball Trophy. This trophy is made completely of gold and concrete. And normally we don't see trophies made out of concrete, but this is Minecraft, and that's what I thought would look good. Each team of 3 sheep will play one regular season game. There will be one regular season game each week until Christmas. Some games will be played at this stadium. Some games will be played at this stadium. Some games will be played at this stadium. And then some other places for games that we might consider special. Now we will go over the basic rules of the game. So, the game will start at the 40-yard line on the smaller field. So we'll do a coin toss to determine who spawns first. And then the team that wins the coin toss will spawn at the 40. And they get 3 players, and they'll be given die to represent their team. And then that same thing will happen to the other team right after. And they get dies to represent their team. They score by moving into the end zone. So if this sheep was to cross the goal line, you get a touchdown, and that is 7 points. You get 7 points for a touchdown. With the dotted lines that line up with the goal lines, you cross the dotted line, and then you enter the end zone through either the side or the back. You get 3 points. That's a field goal. And if the field is placed directly in the middle of a full football field and you score in the big end zone, you get 8 points. In the regular season, first team to 21 points wins. After every team has played one regular season game, all the teams that won will move on to the playoffs. Playoff seeding is determined since all the teams will have the same records. They're guaranteed to be tiebreakers. So first tiebreaker is most points won by. The second tiebreaker is least opponents on your side of the field. So it's basically playing defense. The players need to keep the other team off the side they spawn on. So there's a line at midfield, and both teams spawn on different sides of it. And what you want is to keep the other team from going on your side for tiebreakers. And then third tiebreaker is most players on your team that are on the other team's side of the field when the game ends. So you're basically invading the other team's side of the field. And then, if still tied after that, is the team's NFL record. So whichever team's NFL affiliate has a better record, then all NFL tiebreakers. So first round of playoffs, so 1 seed will play 1 seed will play 16, and 2 seed will play 15, so on. The first round of the playoffs will be still first to 21. In the second round, it becomes first to 24, and the third round becomes first to 28. And then, after that, is the Mud and Ball. The Mud and Ball is like the Super Bowl for sheep football. Mud and Ball will be played completely different rules on the full gridiron. So it'll be played on a running clock. It'll be 4 quarters, and you score by scoring in the big end zone only, and it'll be 11 on 11. 11 players spawn on the 30-yard line to start. And then to score a field goal, what you do is you have to end the quarter inside the 10-yard line. And that'll determine who takes home the Bad Tunes Mud and Bowl trophy. So, even though the channel is now called Burn Tunes, the trophy is still called the Bad Tunes Mud and Bowl trophy. Now we want to go over some more advanced rules of the game. So, out of play. So, for this field, out of play is over any of the walls or across the dotted lines. If a player goes out of play, they will spawn back on the field. They'll be killed and then respawn. So where they respawn, so if it is in between the 2 dotted lines when they go out of play, so anywhere from here to here, and they respawn at midfield on the sideline. If it is somewhere on the other side of the dotted lines, so from here on out, and they spawn at the nearest end zone block. So if the sheep went out of play here, spawns here. And then I can change any rules if I need to. If the game is getting out of hand, I can also do anything I want to add comedy to it, as long as it also keeps the game fair. If something happens that takes the sheep off the field that is not out of play, like something comes and kills it, then it is treated like out of play. The link to the SFL handbook will be in the description. It has all the rules, play formats, and everything you could want. So this is the schedule we are going to be going over. And the link to the schedule will also be in the description. So week 1, we have the Bills playing the Jets at John Madden Stadium. That is a place where all the SFL games have been. The big stadium. And then week 2 will be played between the Saints and the Panthers at Wool Arena. That is the smaller stadium I showed you. And then week 3, the Texans and the Bengals will also play at Wool Arena. Then week 4, Broncos and the Bears. That will be played at Goodell Stadium. It is named after the NFL commissioner, and it will be in Goodell Stadium is that other field I showed you. The last one I showed you, there was a big football field around it, but not the bigger one, the smaller one. And then it'll be week 5. This is around the time of the World Series. We'll be playing at Playball Park. This is a baseball field, but we'll set up a sheep football field on it. And we'll do World Series stuff there. And next week, week 6, between the Lions and the Buccaneers, will be played at John Madden Stadium. Then week 7 will be the Browns and the Colts, Nether Arena. This arena we built in the Nether for sheep football. Week 8, Eagles and the Commanders will play each other, John Madden Stadium. And then after that, we go to Wool Arena for Dolphins and Chiefs in Week 9. In Week 10, we got the Falcons and the Cardinals. John Madden Stadium. And then Week 11, Chargers and Packers in Goodell Stadium. Week 12, on Thanksgiving, we got the Patriots and the Giants in John Madden Stadium. Week 13, we stay at John Madden Stadium for the Seahawks and the Cowboys. And then Week 14, go to Wool Arena for Vikings and Raiders. And the last 2 weeks, Week 15, Titans and 49ers, John Madden Stadium. And then Rams and Jaguars on Christmas at John Madden Stadium. Winners will be recorded. And then we'll tell you. What are we going to tell you? At the end of the season, we'll tell you who is making the playoffs. Regular season kicks off this Friday. We hope to see you there as the defending Mutton Bowl champions, the Jets, take on the Bills here at John Madden Stadium.